Good morning, Ojai United Methodist Church family members, friends, neighbors, and visitors. Welcome once again to the parsonage on this kind of cool, calm, peaceful, overcast third Wednesday in August the 18th. I'm so glad that you could join me today. I have a question for you. What is your definition of happiness? How do you define happiness? According to the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, happiness can be defined as a state of well-being and contentment, joy, a pleasurable or satisfying experience, felicity, aptness, good fortune, prosperity. What things make you happy? I know that's a loaded question. If I told you everything that made me happy, we'd be here for 4 days. But some of the things that make me happy that I would guess make you happy too are being with friends, laughing and hanging out with friends, going to dinner, going to lunch, getting presents, going to parties, going to events where you can hear music or sing. For me, happiness is when I order something from Amazon and it comes, even if it's just something as boring as vitamins. I get excited if they come. I'm excited to talk to my mom and my sister, to my friends. I love to hear music. A lot of things excite me and they make me very happy. Coming to Ojai made me happy a year ago, and I'm still happy. Going to worshiping and praising God with my church family and friends make me happy. There's so many things that make me happy that we would be here forever. I would assume things like that make you happy as well. Playing with my cat makes me happy. So there's many, many things that make me happy. Now, changing direction a little bit, what would be your definition of peace? How would you define peace? Well, according to the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary again, peace can be defined as a state of tranquility or quiet, freedom from civil disturbance, a state of security or order within a community provided for by law or custom, freedom from disquieting or oppressive thoughts or emotions, harmony in personal relations, a state or period of mutual concord between governments. And when you are at peace, you are in a state of concord or tranquility. I want to share with you this morning a devotion that looks at both happiness and peace. And this devotion is from the Reverend Rachel Hackenberg, and it is called In Pursuit. And the scripture upon which Reverend Hackenberg bases this devotion comes to us from the Psalms, the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 14. Psalms 34, 14. And it reads, "Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." So here is Reverend Hackenberg's devotion. The interstate highway signs as you enter Pennsylvania read, "Pursue your happiness." I laugh and roll my eyes every time I see them, in part because happiness is a state of being, not a state in the union. In part because the sign's slogan is written in a ridiculous font. Probably a state government employee said, "The sign should feel visibly as upbeat as the slogan." And an ad agency employee responded, "Let's stylize the letters like a sixth grader stylizes a love note with wispy flourishes. Also, let's not capitalize anything." Someone should be fired for those choices, but not that I have a strong feeling about typography. But if Pennsylvania wants us to pursue happiness in memory of those who signed the Declaration of Independence, the psalmist instead encourages our pursuit of peace. Peace as escape from trouble. Peace as a constant chorus of praise. Peace as the freedom from shame. Peace as release from jealous cravings. Peace as satisfaction with the good. The pursuit of peace requires the practice of peace. The pursuit of happiness, on the other hand, requires the practice of impatience with current circumstances, the need for a quick high in the shallowest understanding of happiness, but more substantially, the need for well-being, the need for loving community, and the need for our neighbors to pursue happiness too. Such happiness is a worthy pursuit, a marathon of a pursuit to be sure, but a worthy one, even when it's written in the most foolish of fonts. But my pursuit of happiness, maybe yours too, is inevitably endless if I am also not pursuing peace, practicing peace, appreciating the good, resting in God's care, releasing shame and fear, here and now and always. This very breath is my pursuit of peace. This very breath is my practice of peace. Here's what I think. Of course, when we are happy, we're also probably peaceful. But for me, they are two different things. Happiness is, like the Reverend Hackenberg said, it's like an instant high. I get something from Amazon, I talk to someone, I go out to lunch with someone. It's an instant high, it's a present, it's a gift, it's a woo, something that makes me happy maybe for a few moments or a day because it's something good. But peace is something that I attain to receive, to maintain within myself always. It's like a constant centeredness, a calm centeredness, enjoying the good, even if it's not a spectacular good, and also having that centeredness and calmness in the bad. This morning when I woke up, I opened up my windows here in the parsonage, and I looked out over the mountains, and there was this fog kind of enveloping the mountains. I could barely see the mountains. That's happened more than once, of course, since I've been here. But I looked out that window and I thought, that brings me peace. Not really happiness, but it brings me peace. And that amidst the fact that I know in our community, of course, we are suffering from COVID like the whole state is and like the world is. We have COVID issues. We have dry issues. We're too dry. We need more rain. There's all kind of issues within this community. But to look at the mountains enveloped in fog, they look very calm and peaceful, and that brings me some peace. And this morning when I was getting ready, getting dressed and everything, and my cat Lexi jumped on the bed. I was brushing my teeth and I looked back to see where she was, and she was laying on the bed. And there must have been something on the wall in the bedroom that attracted her, and she was laying there and looking up very peacefully. Her little eyes and little face very at peace, and that brought me peace. In the midst of all the challenges and the yucky things we have to go through in life, or even the monotony, I think it's still important to hold on to peace. It's something different than happiness, but in my book, it's a little bit maybe more valuable. And if I'm peaceful all the time, then I am happy all the time. But to pursue peace for me means to find that calm centeredness, enjoying what is, even though there may be other things orbiting around me that may make me angry or frustrated or nervous or confused, focusing on the good, focusing on the simplicity and the beauty of life, knowing for me that even in my roughest of times, when I have issues or problems going on that I'm not sure how I'm going to solve, I always, in my mind, think to myself, well, God is with me. I have the ultimate healing power and strength through God, because I know that even though we read in the Bible how God created the creation, the universe, the world in 6 days, then God rested on the seventh, that's not to imply that God just sat back with God's Arnold Palmer and put God's feet up and has just been watching the world since then. God is creating every single minute of every single day. God is at work every single minute of every single day in everybody's lives. I almost can imagine God might be thinking, gosh, creating the universe was a piece of cake compared to creating and working in everybody's lives every single minute of every single day. But God is alive. God is working. God's always up to something. So in the midst of my challenges and my discord, I think, you know what? God's in the midst of this. I'm not going through this by myself. God is in the midst of this. This is a work in progress. And this will iron itself out. It will get resolved. And I am just a player in God's bigger picture for this. If I am uncertain about how something's going to turn out, I just tell myself, relax, be peaceful and calm, because God's got this. God is at work, and this will work out according to God's will and God's plan. So that helps me to be peaceful, even in the roughest of times. And when things are going well and nothing's a problem, then I can still enjoy that peace knowing everything is calm and beautiful. And it helps me to see the beauty and the goodness in just the most simplest things of life. So I would invite you today to see what you think things make you happy and the things that make you peaceful, and see how you can combine them. Maybe you can be happy because you have been peaceful. So peaceful, being happy and being peaceful are interconnected. But I think the grounding force is we need to be at peace. We need to be peaceful. So in our pursuit of happiness, we have to practice peace. And they all kind of come together in that. So just something for you to ponder, to think about this week, and to hopefully invite you to find moments of peace that will make you happy. But even if you're not happy because there's so much going on in your life, finding that centered, calm peacefulness, knowing that God is at the center of that and God is with you. You never go through anything alone because God is working every single minute of every single day in your life, in my life, in all of the world. And everything is a work in progress. And on those moments when we can find peace, let's take them, enjoy them, and be thankful for them. And in the moments when we can find happiness, let's take them, enjoy them, and be thankful for them. Just something to think about today. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Fingers are crossed for some rain. I don't know, but I hope you enjoy and find peace today, and I hope you find happiness as well. So be blessed, my friends. Be a blessing to others this week, and I will look forward to seeing you back here next week for another midweek devotion. God bless you. Bye-bye.